What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a big Liverpool news video, because there has been a major update on Liverpool's court battle about the kit deal. So Nike and New Balance are going head to head, or basically Liverpool and New Balance are going head to head, because Liverpool want to sign the contract with Nike and New Balance are claiming that they can match Nike's offer, and then Liverpool have to stay with New Balance. So I have a very detailed informational video for you guys on this topic, and also a major injury update on Oxlade-Chamberlain, Alisson, and very interesting interviews with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Wijnaldum on the title race, and Van Dijk as well. So lots of great stuff in this video. If you enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like, it really helps me out. It shows me that you guys enjoyed this video. Liverpool banked more than £250 million after winning the Champions League and also finishing on 97 points in the Premier League, with everything combined: the merchandising, the Premier League earnings, the Champions League earnings, and the TV money. A recent report from respected American publication Forbes actually places Liverpool's value at nearly $2.2 billion. That's 1.7 billion pounds. An incredible rise, because remember that Liverpool was bought for just 300 million pounds by FSG a little shorter than 10 years ago. And actually, I think that's an incredible rise. We basically increased the club's value by 6 times, which is huge. So here are the facts. Boston-based New Balance currently pay Liverpool £45 million per year to produce football kits. Of course, these are very successful, and Liverpool became even more successful since our latest partnership with New Balance, winning the Champions League, winning the European Super Cup, and also being in the title race now regularly in the Premier League. We can safely say that Liverpool will be in the title race regularly for the next 2 or 3 years if this team stays together. Nike wants to sign a contract with Liverpool for a huge deal, which could be almost as much as £75 million, the current record for Manchester United's kit deal with Adidas. Man United gets £75 million per year from Adidas from their kit deal, and actually Nike, the American powerhouse, really want to make this partnership happen. And also Liverpool feel that their current status as one of the game's biggest names should be reflected in their bottom line from kit manufacturers. Liverpool are looking something closer to that £75 million annually, and this is what Tim Crow, a world-leading sports marketing advisor, told one of the newspapers. Liverpool FC is very well run on and off the field, and there is just a sense that there is something good happening. When I look at the numbers around the teams and the fans, Manchester United and Liverpool have always been the top two. Liverpool had that great run in the 70s and 80s, and that picked them up fans all over the world actually. But then of course Man United came in, and they were the biggest beneficiaries of the Premier League's global growth. It gave them a lead on everyone else that they have maintained. Liverpool want parity in terms of the actual numbers on the field, and clearly they want to monetize that too. Whether that is possible, it is very hard now to discern the actual numbers, because there are some joke numbers out there. I see some numbers claimed as fan bases on social media, which you just cannot rely on, because so much of it is bots and artificial accounts and everything else. But Liverpool are best placed to close the gap on Man United. Whether they can translate that to the gap off the field financially is a different question. Certainly they are a very strong number 2, and one thing is for certain: sustained success on the pitch generates fans for you. There is nothing like it. New Balance's matching clause in their contract, they feel, gives them the opportunity to put up the same terms as Nike to continue their association with the champions of Europe. A high court date is scheduled for later this month to decide the outcome. Crow adds, my perspective is that at the end of the day it is about the relationship. Quite clearly Liverpool want a new partner, and New Balance want to stay. They have had a good run, and New Balance have a lot more to lose here than anyone else. That this is easily their flagship asset, their most important partnership, and they have had a good run. Their last 2 shirts have been the biggest sellers of the lot. At the end of the day, it is very hard to see a situation where they will carry on together. Quite clearly, Liverpool have decided that Nike is the preferred route, otherwise they wouldn't be going to court. So I think even if it is found in favor of New Balance, you might see a situation where Liverpool pay to get out of that contract. That depends on what is in the contract actually, but it is by no means unprecedented that is what happened at Chelsea. It obviously does massively depend on what the detail of the contract is. If the court finds that New Balance have an automatic right to renew the terms, then obviously it makes it very difficult, and then you would see a situation where if they are very much of the mind that Nike is for them, then I think you would see a situation where they would have to pay New Balance out to get out of the contract, which is very, very interesting. The key aspect here it is that if Liverpool have the willingness to embrace a new deal with Nike, then that would place a significant footprint down in the Chinese market. Liverpool's global fan base stretches across huge parts of South Asia, North America and Australia, but China is viewed as an unconquered area with a limitless potential. I mean, China have more than 1 billion people, so it's a huge market, and if Liverpool could get in there, and I mean, Nike's sales in China last year grew by as much as 27%, and that could be an instrumental factor in Liverpool's decision to actually side with Nike, because Nike already have many stores across China, and on the other hand, New Balance does not. The biggest factor is that just Nike has so many more stores worldwide than New Balance that it would reach so much more people in so many different cities and towns of the world that actually it makes a lot of sense to partner with Nike. So I fully support Liverpool FC. Whatever happens, I think if they think that the Nike partnership would give them more global exposure and more money, in the long run that money could be reinvested into the squad, and that would make everybody happy, in my opinion, apart from New Balance, of course. So let me know what do you think about this in the comments below. And ESPN is reporting that Alisson, Lallana and Oxlade-Chamberlain will be doing extra training during next week in order to kickstart their respective seasons. This week and next week is the international break, and they will be probably doing extra training to get really ready and sharp for the upcoming fixtures. And what is very good news is that Alisson will be fit for the Manchester United Liverpool game in 2 weeks time, less than 2 weeks time. Alisson is now in full training, and he will do extra training sessions to really compete and be ready for that Manchester United game, which is a massive boost for Liverpool. Also, Lionel Messi, the best player in the world, arguably gave an interview on that Liverpool defeat where Barcelona lost 4-0 to a depleted Liverpool side, and they are still affected by that, in my opinion. Barcelona players keep talking about this. So this is what Messi said: the defeat against Liverpool was our fault, the players' fault. What happened to us could not happen because we came from the experience of losing a 3-0 lead, 4-1 lead, sorry, a 3-goal lead in the previous year with Roma. We blocked ourselves. The game in Rome came to our head and we were getting worse, but it didn't happen because of the coach Valverde. It's not his fault. It was not my decision either for him to stay, as it has been said. The club decided that Valverde would continue, and for me and for the whole team, it is a joy. So the last time I met with President Bartomeu was straight after Liverpool game. We have no problem, it's all good. We don't need because it isn't. We don't meet because it isn't necessary. But when we have to, there's no trouble. I think that many Barcelona fans, including my girlfriend actually, wants the coach gone because they just play such unattractive football sometimes. I mean, Barcelona, I grew up watching them with Ronaldinho, Messi, Thierry Henry, Samuel Eto'o. They played so much better football, even under Pep Guardiola. They were one of the best teams to watch. And now, I mean, many Barcelona fans feel that sometimes it's a struggle to watch Barcelona. And also the coach is not getting the most out of this team. This team should be, winning Champions Leagues with Messi in the team, and now with Griezmann, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they will do in the Champions League. But in the Spanish league, after a bad start, they picked up their form. And but actually, even on the weekend where they played Sevilla, they won 4-0. But it was not an easy game. Sevilla had 3 clear-cut chances before Barcelona even scored the first goal. And if they score 2 of them, it's 2-0 to Sevilla. It's a completely different game. Probably the goal scorers, Suarez, Messi, paper over the cracks sometimes of the Barcelona team. And I seriously worry for Barcelona after Messi will retire, which is still hopefully another 3, 4, 5 years away. But after that, I think that Barcelona need to change their manager definitely very soon if they want to really compete for the top trophies. Trent Alexander-Arnold gave a brilliant interview saying that he owes everything to Jurgen Klopp. This is what he said. The main thing is wanting to win trophies at Liverpool, wanting to leave a legacy behind, and wanting to feel as though you have had an impact on a club and country. I owe Jurgen Klopp everything really. Without him, who knows what would have happened. He's the one that's given me the most opportunities, more opportunities than I could even ask for. He's put a lot of trust and faith in me personally, and I've tried to repay him every time he has done that. Within his first few weeks, he was down at the academy, Liverpool Academy, watching the young lads, and that almost gave us a bit more faith and gave a statement to the club that he's going to use the young players and give us those chances. He's shown over the 4-year period that he has given those young players their chances and give them opportunities, and obviously I'm one of those youngsters that have been given them. A massive thanks to him, and hopefully there will be 4 more years of success. I think the main thing is winning trophies. That's the main aim. Win as many trophies as possible and to go as far in tournaments as possible. And Trent Alexander-Arnold also had a word on England, because of course Trent will play Euro qualifiers with England. This is what he said about the upcoming tournament. We have all recognized that if we get there to the Euros, then it's probably the closest thing to a home tournament that we will have in the next few years. So for us as a team, it's important to make sure we realize the opportunity that we have got and to embrace it. Our home form's been really good over the last few seasons, and we are looking to carry that on. We have got 2 away games now, but if we get over those hurdles, then we will be going to the Euros, and then a lot of home fixtures hopefully coming our way. And Jorginho Wijnaldum also gave an interview saying that Liverpool have won nothing yet. They haven't won the title yet, despite what some pundits said. This is what Wijnaldum said. We don't want to win. Think already that we are champions. That would be a really foolish, wrong thing to do. I'm sure the manager will keep us with our feet on the ground and say that we just have to think about ourselves and try to play good and try to give 100% every week. We just have to do what we did before and look at ourselves and not look too much to the other teams, because we don't have influence on other teams. We can't control the performance of other teams. We just have to make sure we are ready for the games that are to come, and to make sure we are ready and try to have good results, because we know that it can change quickly. Then at the end of the season, we will see where we stand. Great interview by Wijnaldum, and I fully agree with him. And I think that Liverpool went into this season aiming to get to 100 points in the Premier League or even more. We just realized that we basically have to win every game, or almost every game, if we want to beat this relentless machine of a Man City side. And of course it's a bonus that Man City dropped so many points in the first 8 games of the season, but we shouldn't take that for granted. We have to keep winning games, just concentrate on the next game, win that, keep applying pressure to Manchester City, because if Liverpool open the door again for Man City, they will go through that. Last season, Liverpool opened the door when we weren't ruthless enough in some of our games. We drew too many games and Man City came roaring back. And actually the momentum swung massively after Liverpool kept drawing, Man City kept winning games. I remember in like the February period where Liverpool have drawn like 3 or 4 Premier League games in a short period of time, and Man City kept just winning and winning and winning, and that really swung the pendulum Manchester City's way. Liverpool, I think, learned from that, and we have to avoid doing that again. And Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk actually wasn't looking, he's not looking at the gap between Liverpool and Manchester City. This is what Van Dijk said. Anything can happen in the title race. So far we have been getting the points. There is always room for improvement in our game, but I think we should just focus on all the games ahead of us and don't look at any gaps or points or difference between us and the others, including Man City. There are a lot of busy periods coming up as well with December and January, and anything can happen still. I didn't expect Man City to lose to Wolves, of course. I think everyone expected a difficult game for City, but when City are at home, it never really happens that they don't score at least one goal. It was a great performance from Wolves, and you have to give credit to them. But Man City will try and bounce back from it. Until then, I've just got to focus on international football. This is the kind of attitude that Liverpool players should have. And Ronald Koeman, the manager of Netherlands, said that he is proud of Virgil van Dijk as a captain. He has a great personality, Koeman said, and also one of the reasons he is the captain, he's an example for the team and an example for the nation. We are really proud to have him as a captain in the national team. Winning the title of Best European Player is an incredible achievement for him. He had great support from the people in Southampton. He had great support with the staff, supporters of Liverpool. They won the Champions League last season. They are doing really well and they are strong. We have a small nation, but we expect a lot of big things in football. It's not always normal that you will qualify for a big tournament. At the moment, we are back. First of all, it's the quality of the players, always producing in Holland good big talents. Sometimes they take more time than people expect. We knew it's a difficult situation because we did not qualify for the 2 big tournaments. It's like golf, it goes up, it goes down. Maybe it was the same for Holland, but at the moment we are enjoying the football. We know we have a good, strong squad, top players in Europe performing in big clubs. It's really a good example for players still in Holland playing football. The results we achieved in the last few months are really positive. That makes the team stronger, the players confident. The ambition is key to this squad at the moment because they are showing incredible belief and great spirit at the moment. And just to keep talking about Van Dijk, Tammy Abraham, the striker who got off to an absolute flyer with Chelsea at the start of the season. I think he already has 8 goals for Chelsea this season, and it's only the beginning of October, and it's incredible the numbers that he's putting up, considering that, for example, Marcus Rashford at Man United, he's a very highly rated young striker as well, but in his best season ever, Rashford didn't score more than 10 goals for Manchester United. So I think Abraham could easily get to 20-25 goals, and even if he just gets to 20 goals, that would be a disappointment, because 8 goals in October, you should really get to a lot more goals during the season. And Abraham told the Mirror about Van Dijk. He is a beast, he said. He's just good at what he does. He's experienced. I tried to do a little, I tried to use my tricks in my head, but his understanding of the game is top draw. It is to do with little things, movement, my movement in the box. Some defenders don't pay attention to me. They are only focused on the ball. With him, it's kind of both. He's paying attention to me and the ball, and knows where I am and knows where I want to go. He follows me. It's quite annoying for a striker. Just leave me alone and let me be. That's an interesting take on the defending by Van Dijk, and I think that it's very important to watch the ball and also to watch the movement of the striker, and Van Dijk has done that brilliantly so far. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. Goodbye.